Geico presents sharing versus oversharing. Today, Bridget Griffin shared a video of her daily yoga routine, 2 self-help articles, and her new blog called Build Your Inner Bridge with Bridge. Girl, your sharing has turned into oversharing. No worries, Bridge. Geico has some info worth sharing with your 7 blog followers, like how you could save money on your car insurance, update your policy, and report a claim just by visiting geico.com. How's that for building your inner bridge? Bridge, Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Another special edition of Lowdown Radio, again, only on UnlimitedRadio247.net, as well as GFL.TV. And ladies and gentlemen, we are going to have a very, very special guest, a very good friend of Unlimited Radio, as well as Lowdown Radio, the brand new NWA Women's World Champion, going to be on our line, Miss Kacee Carlisle. We're going to chat a little bit with her with that match with Tasha Simone, as well as what happened when Tasha ended up getting beat for her title, and what exactly Kacee plans on doing to get some retribution, not only from taking her belt from her, but what she's going to do to get even with her as well. So we're going to chat a little bit about that, as well as find out what's been happening since the last time we had her on Lowdown Radio. So what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen, is we're going to take a very quick break, and when we come back, we are going to have the brand new NWA World Women's Champion, Miss Kacee Carlisle, live on Lowdown Radio.
Hey, everybody, this is NWA Women's World Champion Kacee Carlisle, and you're listening to Lowdown Radio.
4th Street Postal is your new family-owned and operated full-service postal store. They offer everything to make your life just a little bit easier, ranging from mailboxes, packaging, copies, fax, notary, shredding, passport photos, ink, and toner cartridge refills, including office supplies, gifts, greeting cards, and much, much more. Why would you rent a mailbox? Their mailboxes are practical and affordable. They offer security for your mail and receive any package that may otherwise be sent back to the shipper when you're not at home to retrieve it. And also, who wants to wait in line for the post office? They offer a friendly group that can provide USPS as well as FedEx options, so packing, mailing, and shipping is always easy. They also offer an abundant supply of office supplies, greeting cards, unique gifts to help you with the holidays and birthdays. So why not give 4th Street Postal a call at area code 562-343-5344, or just stop by at 2436 East 4th Street in Long Beach, California. And make sure you let them know Unlimited Radio 247 sent you.
For all your hair cutting and shaving needs, contact Bada Bing Barbershop, located at 6446 Paramount Boulevard, Long Beach, California, 90805. Some of their services include shampoos, regular cuts, fades, lineup, and full-service shaves. To make an appointment, call Tony at 562-984-2233 and let him know Lowdown Radio sent you for a very exclusive discount.
gentlemen, welcome back to Lowdown Radio again, only on Unlimited Radio 247.net. And please help me welcome the brand new NWA Women's Champion, Miss Kacee Carlisle. How are you, Kacee?
I'm doing well. How are you doing, Shawn?
Oh, I'm not doing as well as you, I bet.
Probably not.
Well, first of all, I want to say from our whole staff, congratulations. It's absolutely awesome to see you hold that gold, and you can truly say hard work truly paid off.
Thank you. I like to think so. You know, it's to say it's an honor, I feel like still doesn't even kind of cut it. You know, everyone throws that word around pretty liberally sometimes, but you know, this title means a lot, and for me to be the current title holder is, you know, it's something I think I'm still trying to kind of get used to, and, you know, like, it's just mind-blowing to me. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And for those of you that do not know about the NWA Women's Championship, this championship literally dates all the way back to the mid-30s, 1935 as a matter of fact. And the
Isn't that
original...
crazy?
Yeah, I mean, it's absolutely awesome. Mildred Burke was the first ever women's champion, and she defeated Clara Mortensen to win that title for the first time. But, I mean, talk about a prestigious title. I mean, in all fairness, NWA is the longest reigning any wrestling recognition. You know, I mean, you're talking Ring of Honor, you're talking TNA, WWE. I mean, this has been well before all those.
Yeah, to say it has a storied history, if you're talking about the NWA as a whole, you know, to say it has a storied history is an understatement. It's, you know, I mean, this is what how many generations of people have grown up on and have known and loved, you know, it's wrestling, and it's been, you know, such a prominent, you know, it's just been such a prominent company and such a major part of the history of professional wrestling. If you go back looking through the history books, it's just amazing, and that's, you know, one of the many reasons why it is such the honor it is for me to have the title. You know, it's mind-blowing to me how the women who have held this title, the history that it has, you know, I mean, if you look back through the records and you see these names that have held this title before, to know that my name is now included amongst theirs is, you know, obviously it's like the highlight of my career at this point.
Absolutely. You know, I could just name a few. The fabulous Moolah, she held it 5 different times, a combination of over 11,000 days that woman held that title. Mischief, to name one. You can talk about Tiffany Rocks. You can talk about
Leilani Kai and
right. I mean, you can go on and on.
Debbie Combs, I think, held it at one point. You know, it's just been, you know, just really amazing women wrestlers. So, you know, that's, again, I don't mean to be a broken record, but that's why it's such a big deal to me.
Absolutely. And ladies and gentlemen, if you do want to call in and speak to Kacee this evening, feel free to call us at area code 213-559-8054. Feel free to go ahead and call in. Make sure you press 1 so we know that you want to get on the show, and we'll definitely bring you on. But, you know, I'll be honest, Kacee, you know, everybody that knows Unlimited Radio and Lowdown Radio knows that you and I are pretty good friends, but I saw how you won that title, young lady.
What? I don't know what you're talking about. I won it by pinning Tasha Simone.
Okay, yeah, and that's what the referee saw, and that's basically all that needs to be said. But at the end of that match, though, Tasha was pretty pissed off, and she gave you a pile driver, and, you know, what the hell? I mean, I'm hoping you got some special things planned for her.
Oh, I'm deciding on whether or not she's going to get a rematch. You know, for her to, let's face it, you know, if she wants to be a poor sport, the fact of the matter is I pinned her shoulders to the mat. I know there's controversy surrounding it. I know that people are claiming that her foot might have been on the rope. You know, to me, the bottom line is, who walked out with the title belt? I walked out as the champion. So obviously she's going to be, you know, a sore loser basically about it. I mean, I'd be upset if I were to lose the title, but that's just how it goes. That's part of wrestling. So Tasha, you know, I'm sure she's gunning for a rematch. I'm sure that she's gunning for me, but, we're going to have to wait and see, darling.
There you go. There you go. Well, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, if you want to call in, feel free to go ahead and call in at 213-559-8054. And as I promised, Kacee, the phone's lighting up. You ready to take a couple callers?
Absolutely. Bring them on.
Awesome. Well, I do recognize this caller from the area code 562. Caller, you're live with a new NWA Women's Champ.
Hey, guys.
What's going on, Ken? How are you, sir?
How you doing, guys?
How are you?
I'm good. I've been listening to the show, and I saw that you got the NWA title for the women's part, and I was wondering, a lot of people don't think that women are athletes in the wrestling business, which I think they are, because they go through a lot of crap. And
well, you're intelligent.
Being the way that they're used, do you consider yourself as an athlete as well?
Of course. Of course. Really? Of course I do. Look, there are girls in the wrestling business who I would not necessarily call athletes. Unfortunately, that's just a sad truth as far as I'm concerned. But if you're talking about me, I absolutely consider myself an athlete. As you alluded to, it's not easy to go in that ring and do what wrestlers do. It's not easy to, it's constant movement, it's constant strength needed, it's endurance, it's everything. And if you're not athletic, you're probably not going to be able to make it in there for very long. So absolutely, women, yes. Athletes, me, absolutely, yes.
I only ask that because I've watched the WWE and I see how the women are being used, and it just makes it upsets me.
Well, to me is a whole other kind of can of worms. It's two different beasts at this point right now as far as the matches you're going to see on an independent level and the matches you're going to see on your television. It's really hard to compare the two in a lot of ways and for a lot of reasons. So, do you attend? Do you keep up with indie wrestling, women's wrestling?
Well, I attend it when I go with Shawn every now and then, but lately I haven't been able to. But
well, you probably know what I mean then when I'm saying that there's a difference.
Yeah, there is a difference. I see the difference. I just wondered if you consider yourself an athlete as well as everyone, the people that say no. But I'm just wondering.
Well, that's their opinion. I'm glad you asked the question. Thank you. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. Everyone's going to have an opinion. The beautiful thing about opinions is that they potentially could all be very different, and they could all have very valid, justifications to that person. But in my opinion, wrestlers are athletes. Yes.
Oh, okay. Well,
yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for calling in.
All right, Shawn. I'll see you later.
Have a good night, Ken.
Okay, bye.
Well, there you go, Kacee, one of your loyal listeners, and we do have another one here calling from area code 276. Area code 276, you're live with the new women's champion.
Hey, Kacee.
Hey, Jim. How are you?
I knew you'd know who it was.
Well, of course I do.
I'm her biggest fan.
I think she's got a couple of those there, Jim.
Honey, I'm so proud of you. You go,
Thank
girl.
you.
I was just watching I watched it. It was a Kacee Carlisle show in that match against Tasha Simone. And it really amazed me how they tried to doctor that video on YouTube to show, all these things that did not happen. You did not throw any powder in her face. There was no foot on the bottom rope. You just beat her ass and took the belt.
Well, I'm going to just smile and nod through most of what you just said, Jim. But, I will say this. You have to give Tasha credit. She was not the champion for the length of time that she was by accident. She's a very, very tough woman. She's a very tough, very strong competitor. And it was a very competitive match, in my opinion. But, again, at the end, what matters is I'm the one who walked out as the champion. So...
Exactly. I mean, but But the cheap shot thing really bothered me. I mean, that showed really low class right there on her part. You had won the belt, you were celebrating, and then she jumps you and punches you and kicks you and then drops you on your head with a pile driver. I don't blame you. I wouldn't give her another title shot, or at least make her wait a long time.
Well, time will tell. We'll have to see how it goes. Time will tell. I'm not going to forget about it, so it's going to be in the back of my mind.
I'll tell you one thing. You know the pile driver, too. I tell you, that road goes both ways, too.
I'm just going to smile and nod again. I'm not going to tip my hand, so I'm just going to smile and nod at what you're saying, Jim.
Exactly, because I tell you, we've got a champion in the NWA women's division right now we can be proud of.
Well, thank you.
Absolutely. Well, Jim, we're going to go ahead and continue on with our interview this evening, but have a good evening, and thank you very much for calling in.
Thanks for calling, Jim.
Y'all. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Well, Kacee, like I said, you got a lot of awesome fans out there, and yeah, like I said, with the NWA, you're talking a very prestigious title, and when you got there that evening, I mean, let's be honest, did you have that feeling like, you know what, tonight's my night?
Shawn, I have that feeling every time I arrive at a show. Because to me, that is the mentality that you need to have going into every single match, that this is your night, and yes, you are going to come out with the victory. Obviously, it doesn't always happen that way, but going into each and every match I have, no matter who it's against, no matter if it's for a title or not, that is my mentality. I'm walking into this building to go in there, do what I do, and then leave the victor.
Absolutely. And our first caller this evening, talking about women wrestlers as athletes, and it's a shame that this business has gotten to the whole Barbie doll, and I understand sex sells. Let's be honest. I'm a guy, of course. I like seeing a beautiful woman in the ring, but to me though, me as a wrestling fan, I'm more of the old school style. I'm more of the drop down, drag out, I'm going to chop the hell out of you, and as I call you, your chops from hell.
Well,
and that, it's just absolutely awesome to see that somebody can actually, the whole saying hard work pays off. Well, again, that got proven that evening, and when you walked in that crowd, and I loved it when you were talking your trash in the beginning. That was amazing.
Talking trash is one of my best qualities.
No.
Is it trash is it trash if you back it up?
No, I don't think so.
I don't know.
Not in my opinion.
Either way, I don't shy away from the fact that I run my mouth. Of course I run my mouth. I'm extremely good at running my mouth, but again, like I said, I like to think that I can go in there and at least back it up.
Absolutely. So what's next for Kacee now? I mean, what does the future hold for Kacee, and who's going to be your first challenger?
My first title defense is going to be for NWA Coastal, and it's going to take place in Bayville, New Jersey on Saturday night, November the 17th. My first opponent for the title is going to be La Rosa Negra. She's a wrestler from Florida who I believe trained in Puerto Rico with Carlos Colon, and she's going to be the first one who's in line for it. So that's my first title defense. We're under a month away at this point. So anyone who's listening who's even remotely near Bayville, New Jersey, I fully expect them all to show up and watch the first title defense go down.
Absolutely. And who knows, maybe this guy might make a cross-country trip one of these days.
I fully encourage that.
That would definitely be cool. Definitely be cool. So other than that, Kacee, obviously, you've been training hard and you've been doing all kinds of other things. What else has been going on in the world of Kacee Carlisle?
My life truly revolves around really wrestling most of the time. If I'm not doing something involving wrestling, I'm doing something involving my family. Those are the two main things that I do and that I concentrate my energies on. Like you said, I'm always doing something. If I'm not, on the radio with you, if I'm not, at a show, anything like that, I'm home watching tapes, watching DVDs. I might be online watching some matches. I'm constantly doing something that involves wrestling. So that's pretty much, some people might think that it's boring. I don't have a ton of friends, just because people don't get it. But I've said it before on numerous occasions, and I will always say it, wrestling is the love of my life. So it deserves as much of my time and energy as I can give to it, and I'm going to do just that as long as I can.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And that's one thing that I have learned about you as well, and that's why I feel that you have definitely, without question, earned that title, is because you never stop studying, you never stop training, you never stop getting yourself better and better and better and better. And that's sometimes things that I personally notice in the world of indie wrestling, that people get a title and they think, well, you know what, I don't need to study anymore, I'm on top of the world. Well, guess what? Somebody's about ready to take your spot down the road. And exactly. if you don't continue to keep educating yourself, you know what? You're going to be replaced, so to speak.
Yeah, the next hungry competitor is always right there. There's always somebody who is gunning for you. There's always somebody who's looking to move up the ranks. There's always somebody who wants to be in the spot that you're in, whether you're a title holder or not. It could be somebody just starting out in the wrestling business. To me, it's just very important to make myself as well-rounded in every aspect as I can, whether that means, being on the microphone, whether that means in the ring, whether it means, anything. When you want to be the best at what you do, you have to consider all aspects of it. You have to look at it from all sides, and you have to be willing to always, be willing to grow and be aware of the fact that there is always improvement to make, that there are always new things to learn. It's the old wrestling adage, you never stop learning. And if you can hold true to that, obviously your chances of succeeding are, a little bit greater than somebody who doesn't keep that in mind.
Right, absolutely. So, obviously, Kacee, you have a brand new website now, correct? I mean, you just recently launched that not that long ago. People can buy merch from you and see exactly what's happening in the world of Kacee Carlisle, correct?
Yes. I launched it in July, and it took me forever to get the dumb thing up, and now it's up, and I am so happy because it just took me forever. I'm such a picky perfectionist. I just wanted it to be, to my standards before I launched it. But it is up. It is KaceeCarlisle.com. And as you said, yes, right now there are some 8x10s available for sale, but I do have some other items that are going to be going up there shortly and in the near future. So in addition to that, you also have my schedule, you have my bio, my upcoming shows, and I'm going to be adding more and more features. I just opened up a new section that's pictures of me with the fans from shows. Just because without the fans, there wouldn't be shows for me to wrestle on. And I really appreciate the fact that they come out. So, I'm just constantly evolving that. I'm constantly adding to it. I'm constantly going to be tweaking it. But I encourage everybody to, yes, please, bookmark it, visit it daily, send me an email, whatever.
Absolutely. And, ladies and gentlemen, if you do visit her website, you can always see exactly what happened in that match, and the travesty of them just completely making it look like you cheated. I mean, I don't believe that you would cheat, absolutely, ever. No way.
I'll smile and nod again.
And correct me if I'm wrong.
I'm going to go with the no comment one on that.
There you go. But correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, aren't we hearing rumors of maybe T-shirts down the road?
We are hearing rumors of T-shirts down the road. There's quite the rumor going around. In fact, it's more of a rumbling at this point, I think, than a rumor. Yes, T-shirts are actually what I expect to be the next merchandise item placed on my site. So that's why I, again, encourage everybody to visit KaceeCarlisle.com daily. T-shirts, I have so many ideas swirling in my head right now for so many different things, and merchandise is one of them. So if anybody listening has an idea as far as a merchandise item they would like to see made, then please feel free to let me know, and I will take that into consideration.
Fantastic. That's absolutely awesome. Well, Kacee, again, thank you so much for being awesome. But thank you very much for all your support you've ever done for our station as well as me personally. And
my pleasure.
As always, you ever need us, please never hesitate and let us know, okay?
Thank you. I will do that. Thank you for having me on. I appreciate the time greatly. And, again, everybody just keep supporting wrestling, support your local indie groups, support the wrestlers. The business isn't dead, and we can get it back to its glory days if we all want it to be. So thank you for the time, Shawn. I really appreciate you having me on.
You're welcome, champ. You have your fantastic evening, okay?
Thank you. You do the same.
All right. Have a good night.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was the NWA Women's Champion, Miss Kacee Carlisle. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a very quick break, and when we come back, we're going to go ahead and wrap up tonight's show, and I'm going to go ahead and let you in on a little bit of a couple secrets here. Again, this is Lowdown Radio only on UnlimitedRadio247.net.
This is NWA World Women's Champion Kacee Carlisle, and you're listening to Unlimited Radio.
For all your hair cutting and shaving needs, contact Bada Bing Barbershop, located at 6446 Paramount Boulevard, Long Beach, California, 90805. Some of their services include shampoos, regular cuts, shaves, lineup, and full-service shaves. To make an appointment, call Tony at 562-984-2233 and let him know Lowdown Radio sent you for a very exclusive discount.
4th Street Postal is your new family-owned and operated full-service postal store. They offer everything to make your life just a little bit easier, ranging from mailboxes, packaging, copies, fax, notary, shredding, passport photos, ink, and toner cartridge refills, including office supplies, gifts, greeting cards, and much, much more. Why would you rent a mailbox? Their mailboxes are practical and affordable. They offer security for your mail and receive any package that may otherwise be sent back to the shipper when you're not at home to retrieve it. And also, who wants to wait in line for the post office? They offer a friendly group that can provide USPS as well as FedEx options, so packing, mailing, and shipping is always easy. They also offer an abundant supply of office supplies, greeting cards, unique gifts to help you with the holidays and birthdays. So why not give 4th Street Postal a call at area code 562-343-5344, or just stop by at 2436 East 4th Street in Long Beach, California, and make sure you let them know Unlimited Radio 247 sent you.
Hey everybody, this is NWA World Women's Champion Kacee Carlisle, and you're listening to Unlimited Radio.
Geico presents sharing versus oversharing. Earlier this week, Claire Tippins shared a princess nickname generator, 3 pictures of her dog wearing a tutu, and 2 online quizzes, including, what candy is your dream castle made of? Claire, your sharing has tipped the sugar scale and turned into oversharing. But have no fear, princess. Geico has something worth sharing with your internet kingdom, like how you could save hundreds on your car insurance just by visiting geico.com. No magic wand required. Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.